For today's video, I wanted to try out a bunch of makeup that I already own but never used. Basically things that I bought, put in my drawers and kind of forgot about. I tend to use a lot of the same makeup I love every morning, so I kind of forgot about the new things that I get, but today was the perfect opportunity to try a lot of it out. So I tried a new setting spray. I tried finally the Natasha Denona Love palette. I tried this beautiful cheek palette from Ofra, a new foundation, a new lipstick, basically a whole bunch of things. So if you guys want to see how I got this beautiful look and also what I think about all of these products, most of them were complete wins, but then a few of them weren't, then keep on watching. The only thing I'm not going to do on camera is my eyebrows. I actually ended up using the Patrick shaping wax. This is the clear one. And this is the first or second time I'm using this. I have played around with it a bit, but I just got this and I do think it looks really cool. I had to play around with it quite a bit to make it look the way I wanted it to, but I do really like the outcome. I really love the way Madeleine Pesh from Riverdale looks with this product on, which is why I ended up getting it. So I tried to go for that kind of vibe today. I hope that worked out. But anyway, after I end up playing with it a little bit more, I will probably make a video on it because it was quite complicated to get a hang of it and I feel like that would be helpful. So I'm going to start by hydrating my skin and I'm going to use this Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray. So I got this as a part of like a little trio. This is the first time I'm using anything from this kit except for the actual regular moisturizer. So that's why I chose this and the highlighter for this video. Now for base, I actually have this super tiny sample size from the Bobbi Brown face base. I heard that this is incredible and I got it quite a long time ago as a sample for like 100 points in Sephora, but I haven't tried it out yet because I have my Tatcha one, which I absolutely love. So today is the chance to try it out. And I'm going to be applying it with a sponge, and the sponge I chose today is another one that I had in my drawers for quite a while and I have yet to try. So I usually use my beauty blender, but this time I'm going to use this one. This is called the Velvet Sponge from Elcíe, I think it's pronounced. I have no idea how to say this. I'm going to list it on the screen, but I got this in the Trend Mood box, the very first one she came out with, and I have yet to try it. So now I already dampened it and it is looking humongous. Like, look at it compared to my face. It's crazy. And I'm focusing this primer around like my problem areas, so to speak. So around my nose where I have a little bit of like enlarged pores, and then under my eyes, and then also a little bit right here in my forehead. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to dab on the rest of my face. So as far as this primer goes, I feel like it's a little bit more luminous than what I normally have, which is actually really nice. But I do want to say that this has sort of like a scent to it. I don't even know how to pinpoint it. I kind of want to say banana, but I'm not sure that's accurate. But it does have a scent, just keep that in mind. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using this one from Smashbox. This is the Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. It is extremely full coverage from what I've seen online. I just got this a few days ago. I've been wanting to test that out for a while and I was looking for sort of like a fuller coverage foundation for those days where I need it. I usually use something that's a little bit more lightweight. But I did really want to try this out and it was on sale recently, so I just ended up getting it. So I just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand and I'm going to use the same sponge again. I don't even know which side to use for this specific like application. On the beauty blender, I usually use the rounder side, but this round side is like humongous. So I'm kind of, I don't know. Let's go with the big one. As far as this sponge goes, the bigger side was actually quite useful for like places like my cheeks or my forehead, stuff like that. So overall, I don't hate it. I don't know if I love the foundation though, actually. I think it looks a tiny bit more cakey than what I'm used to. But I did hear about this one that it's not as like heavy as other full coverage foundations, which is why I really wanted to use it. Let's see how it looks at the end with like setting spray and everything, but so far it's a little bit heavy, but it did cover up like everything basically. I'm not even wearing concealer yet, and it's looking really nice. Speaking of concealer, I am going to be using the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair. Ever since I got this concealer, I didn't really use it too much because I have other ones that I like so much, like my Bye Bye Under Eye from It Cosmetics or my Tarte Shape Tape. So this one just kind of got forgotten, but now is the perfect time to try it out. Like the name suggests, it does have a really nice luminous finish. I actually really like it. I'm not really sure about coverage because I feel like the foundation kind of took care of that, but I do really like the combo. So now I'm finally going to be setting my face, and I'm going to be using this one from Beauty Bakerie. This is the Flower Setting Powder. I have used this once, but this is my least used powder that I own, just because I use the Coty Airspun all the time. Not because this one is not good, just I didn't really need it. So today is a good chance to see how it actually works. And I just put a little bit of this in the cap, and I'm going to be using the flatter side of my sponge. And basically what I did is just put like a ton underneath my eyes for sort of like a baking situation, and then a little bit more all over my face. I feel like this sponge is a little bit big for me. I mean, overall the shape of it is pretty nice, but just the sheer size of this ends up not being the most convenient when you put on your makeup, I think. I like to be more particular and like choose where I want to put it, and with this I felt like it went over my eyelid a bit because it's just so big, and I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of this because of the size. Now taking a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to dust the excess off. Now I'm going to move on to some setting spray because I do feel very cakey. I feel like I have a lot of product on and I'm not loving it so far. So I'm going to be using this one. It's another new purchase for me. I got it this past week. So this is the Fix Plus Pinklite setting spray, or Fix Plus Prep+Prime, I don't know how you want to call that. I usually use the regular one, which I really like. This one has a sort of like a pink shift. And I'm also going to go back to my sponge and just press anywhere I feel like it needs that extra bit of moisture. Okay, so I don't know if the camera is able to pick this up, but all over this area I look really cakey. Even here, I don't like looking like I have a full face coverage, everything on. It did cover everything, but it also looks like it's covering everything. I don't love it. I do kind of like the setting spray. I mean, it sort of just feels like the regular one to me. Okay, so it is now time to finally move on to the eyes, and I'm going to start with some primer. Usually I use my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, but today I'm going to be using something I have yet to use. This is the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to be using it today for eyeshadows, which is something that you can also use it for. Oh, this is feeling real sticky. For eyeshadows, yes, you guessed it, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I've had this for so long, and I'm really ashamed to say that apart from swatching it, I actually haven't put this on my eyes yet. Today is the day, I'm so excited, and let's go ahead and dive into this. So for my transition shade, I'm going to go into first, and I'm going to be placing this all over. And by all over, what I mean is all over the lid and then also into the crease. And what this is going to do, especially with a tacky base like the one I used, is make sure that everything on top of it blends really nicely and doesn't just like stick to one place and get stuck there. Okay, so next, I think I want to go for more of like a pinky look to tie in the whole pink vibe that I have going on right now. So I'm going to start with Soul, and I'm going to begin by putting this in the outer V area. This one is actually really pigmented. I'm also dragging it to the first outer part of my crease. Now I'm going to go into Valentine, which is this light pink color, and I'm going to be using this to blend out the edge. Now I'm going to go into this middle shade called Pure Love with my finger, and I'm going to place this all over my lid. This shade is actually a lot more purple than I was expecting. Like, it has sort of like a purple pink shift, but it's more purple than pink, I think. So maybe I'll try to bring it a little bit more purple. So let me go into Dream right here. And I'm going to use this to sort of darken up the edge. Now I'm going to go into Given, which is a really beautiful color. And I'm actually going to be putting this in my inner corner. Wow, oh my god. This is so beautiful. Now for my under eyes, I'm going to go again with Dream and then maybe a little bit of Trust. And then take a little bit more of Trust, which is the darker one. I'm just gonna put this on the outer edge. So this palette, really pigmented, but it does have a lot of fallout. Like I even feel like, I don't know if you can see, but in here, Dream in the pan, you can just tell how much it crumbled just from using it once. And over here, got a little boo-boo. So I'm going to fix that with a little bit more of the concealer I was using before, but just be careful when you use something like this that's so friggin' pigmented. Okay, a look like this definitely needs eyeliner. I have this one from Tarte. This is the Maneater eyeliner, and it's just a really small baby sample size, but it has a really beautiful tip. And I'm going to go for more of like a dramatic wing liner. This eyeliner is really great actually. It really glides on and just leaves a really nice black line. The mascara I chose to use today is actually really interesting because this is the Kevyn Aqua, the Expert Mascara, and it is in purple. So I mean, it's technically in Bloodroses, but the mascara itself is purple. So when I saw this, I actually got this at TJ Maxx and I didn't really notice the color, and then when I got home I saw this and I sort of didn't know what to do with this mascara, but I think I should give it a shot, and I think today is actually the perfect day with this beautiful purple pink look. So what do you think? I actually love it. I think it looks really nice and full and lengthens, and I don't even know if I noticed the purple, do you? This mascara is pretty nice. Now we'll move on to the rest of the face, and I have another palette that I've yet to use. This one is the Francesca Tolot collaboration with Ofra. So this is basically a cheek palette. It has 2 bronzers and 2 really beautiful blushes. I haven't used any of it. Like, I haven't really touched it. I got it online and it didn't look this dark online, and then I got it and it looks super dark. This just sort of like scared me, so I put it aside and I forgot to use it. I forgot to use the blushes, I forgot to use the whole thing. So today's the day I'm going to be using it just like everything else for the first time. Okay, so I just realized it didn't actually record the part of me putting this on my skin, but I used it today to contour a little bit of my forehead, my cheekbones, and then also my nose a bit. And I actually really like how it looks. In the pan, it looks sort of like it has some sort of a shimmer in it, but on the skin, it doesn't transfer like that, and it actually looks really nice. Not as scary as it looks in the pan, just so you know. And now I'm going to go for some blush. I'm going to go into this pretty pink one. It looks like it has a little bit of a gold shimmer. Let's see how that transfers on the skin. Okay, so this is sort of like a blush and highlight in one. It does have like a really pretty golden sheen and a little bit of pink color, so it's actually really cute. I really like this palette. For highlight, as I mentioned earlier, this one is from Clinique. This is the Chubby Stick Sculpting Highlight Illuminator Visage, or maybe that's just the French, but basically it's one of their chubby sticks, but this one is meant to be highlighting, and ooh, it looks really nice. So I'm just going to go into the product, and then begin with the nose. Okay, so this is actually really nice. I love the pinky glint that it has. It looks really nice on, even on top of powder. To finish this look off, we're going to move on to lips, and I have 3 products over here that I've never used before. First one is a lip liner from MAC. It is in Subculture. I just got this as a part of a little lip trio. Next we have for lipstick, this one from Charlotte Tilbury in Very Victory. Very Victoria, which is a beautiful nudie color. I did swatch it a few times, but I have yet to use it on my lips. Looks really beautiful though. And then to top it all off, I have a lip gloss from MAC as well. This is the Aaliya collaboration. And again, I got this one from TJ Maxx. It is in Brooklyn Born. Very glossy lip gloss. So yeah, you can see it right there. It's super, super glossy. So for the lip gloss, I left it right at the center and not really all over. And I did overline a little bit with a lip liner. What do you guys think? This is the finished look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did. I think at least 95% of these are complete wins. I think the only really big failure to me was the foundation, but I'm going to try to find ways to use it for it to work a little bit better for me. So again, I really hope you guys enjoy this. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!